Good morning, ladies. Sorry, I needed that drink of water. So I just wanted to pop on, and I'm going to do it this way because I don't know how long I'm going to be. I want to go over, I took a bunch of notes over the last 2 weeks, and I had a lot of time to reflect on a lot of things. And I think Terry Lynn can vouch for it actually resulted in like a minor meltdown. If you would call it. And you know what? And like some people would say, like, what do you have to melt down about? Like you just, I'm hitting my income goals. I'm seeing where my business is going and it's going in a great direction in some aspects. So what I wanted to touch on was a few things. I don't want to come across harsh, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm washing my hands of them, because I will never wash my hands of anybody. Doesn't matter how upset or frustrated I get. I will never do that. You're here for a reason, and I'm happy for you, and I'm excited for you. Sorry, my dog must see a squirrel or chipmunk. Keela, no. But what I have to do is I have to reflect on myself and my business. So I've had a couple meetings with Jake. I had a meeting with another leader who I really look up to in the business, and I just aired it all out on the way I was running my business, what I was doing, and all I wanted was some real raw advice on how I could make it better. With income aside and certain things that I'm doing that I think I'm doing right, there's always areas for growth. There always is in this business. You can always do bigger and better things. And one person who is a great example of that is, Julie, messaging me. And it wasn't about, doing the basic. It was about coming up with these ideas that nobody else would have thought of. Like I would have never thought of. It wouldn't be something that I would do, but it excites her. It brings her that excitement into the business. And, she's excited to make these steps, and without judgment, without caring what other people think, she's found something that she's passionate about and she's running with it. And because of that, that's why she's taken her business from, 2 months, just under 2 months ago, having one active discount coach, her father, to now sitting there with 5 or 6 coaches, and is determined, and I believe will happen, is going to hit a big goal of diamond this month. And, that's a decision she's made, but it's the work and effort that you put in. So, I talk to many of you, I post in the page, and I find a lot of people, including my challengers, come to me via message, like private message. I'm running a boot camp right now, and I shit you not, there's almost 40 people in it. And I talk to about 10 of them every single day via Messenger, and none of them post in the group. And it's like, ooh, okay, so what am I doing? I have to reflect on what I'm doing. So what I want you guys to really, really think about. Yes, I posted that post yesterday, and you were probably all kind of like, ooh, easy, Amanda, talking about our goals. So I just want to explain why that just irked me in a way that I can't even explain. The day that I came into this business, and I didn't even have any intentions of working the business. It crossed my mind, but it wasn't something I was focused on. The day I placed my order, I already had a goal in mind. And my goal was that I was going to complete this program. There's my first goal. And even though I didn't say it out loud, in my head I'm going, oh, please just lose 10 pounds. Please just lose 10 pounds. Boom, there's my second goal. And then when it came and I opened it up, I was like overwhelmed, but I was excited. And instantly, another goal pops into mind. You're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hold myself accountable to this. And I'm going to post about it because I want other people to do it too. There's a third goal. I want people to join me. So everything we do every single day, when I'm sitting here about, thinking of my plants, I'm thinking about watering my plants because I want my plants to grow. That's a goal. The goal is to grow your plants. I know this seems kind of silly, but when people haven't You know, the first thing that I think all of you guys, at least if I'm your personally sponsored coach, the first thing that you get in that email and the first thing we talk about is setting goals for yourself. It's a non-negotiable. If you are not making goals for yourself, then I can't help you accomplish anything. Nobody is going to be there. I don't know what you're looking to do. I don't know, where you want to be, how serious you want to take this. I have some great hobby coaches. There's some great hobby coaches in this group. Ashley Fraser is a killer hobby coach. She shares everything. She's not big on making sales. She's not big on doing this stuff, but that's because she's focused on the key thing to this business and working on herself. I'm okay with that. I'm not harping on her. I'm not pushing her to do anything because I know what her mindset is. Keep in mind, that is, maybe something she wants to change, but that's a focus that she has. So when I look in the group and I post a long, drawn out post about goals and the importance of them and the way I want to help people and the way I want to help you guys reach your goals and the incentives that I'm putting on the table and offering. And then I get comments, I think there's 7 comments saying I'm all in, and not one person posts their goals. It's like, but how serious can I take you? How serious can I take you? Who am I working with right now? People are saying, I get it's the long weekend. I get it. But my view is if you say you're all in, you're all in. I literally wrote up my goals when I was sitting on the goddamn John because that's the only time I had to do it in that moment. And I knew it had to be done. And I knew I already had my goals there. You guys already know your goals. You already know what you want. If you're typing in that thing that you're all in, you know that you want to make this a 7-figure, earning business. You know that you want to retire your husband. You know that you don't want to have to worry about walking into the hospital and working again. You know all this stuff. But because it takes 5 minutes out of your day to put it down on paper, that takes time, or I'm too busy, and that's fine. If you're too busy and you want to say you're too busy, that's okay. But when I'm reaching out to people from here in this month in July and moving forward, I'm reaching out to people that I don't have to ask what your goals are. I already know because we communicate that on a regular basis. I know a couple of you are probably thinking, well, we talked about my goals. Yes, we did, and I'm aware of them, and I have your goals written down right along with mine because my goal as a leader is to help you reach them. But this is a team environment. This is a team. And the one thing that you guys don't understand, and maybe you're not aware of how this business truly works, is when I say we're a team, this isn't a leadership ladder. Like, okay, Amanda's at the top, so if I make money, then Amanda makes money and nobody else makes money off me. Guys, it doesn't work like that. This is not a pyramid scheme. I'll use my Aunt Julie only because she was like my first coach ever. She's sitting there so pretty in a position under me, under my strong leg, that everybody underneath me on my left leg is on her team, is in her downline, is earning her money, is earning her income. So if you're not, and this is not something that I'm by any means am I pointing fingers, I'm just doing it by positions, but in a position like Julie's, she should be pumping this team the fuck up because as an Emerald coach, everything that they do, is going to help her in the long run. That's why we work together. And then everybody who, if Aunt Julie adds a new coach tomorrow on my left leg, on her left leg, then that goes below everybody else. So that's help. That's why this is a team environment. This isn't Amanda pump everybody up and get them moving. This is we need to pump each other up, and yes, there's certain things that you might not want to post, or yes, there's certain things, if you run your business a bit different, I want to hear all that you guys have to say. All of you guys sitting pretty on my right leg, that's the leg I'm building. Like you guys you're in a position, like you have this golden egg opportunity and I'm watching you guys just wash it away. And it's not because you're not hitting Success Club 20. You're not doing all of these things. That's not what this is all about. But acknowledging what it is that you want and setting those goals, we can make them work together. I don't tell you to post them in the group because I want to help you. I want you to post them in the group because I hope that all of these people in here are going to comment and help and push, and reach out randomly and say, hey, how are you doing on your goals? I'm struggling with this. You want to work together today? You want to do Zooms? You want to do this? This isn't about, hey, Amanda has to lead the pack all the time, because guys, it's tiring. It's tiring. And it's hard because I can admit I come from a management background. I come from a leader position. That's what I've done. So I'm so used to, kind of directing people at what they should be doing. But that's not my job. I don't have to post this video. I don't have to tell you to write down your goals. I don't have to talk to you guys over again if I really didn't want to. But that's not the way I work. But with that being said, I need to lead. So if I'm doing something, I would expect that you're going to take initiative and appreciate the stuff that's done. Stephanie Davies is not my upline coach. She is my upline. She's like my great grandmother coach. So, and same with you guys. I message her every month, thanking her from the bottom of my heart, everything that she does for that team. Everything. I don't have to do that, but I know what it's like to sit there and I watch the endless amount of work and, videos and pictures and advice and stuff that she gives, repetitive. You got to think of how repetitive that is for her. Having thousands of coaches sitting in a group. Well, every month there's like another 100 new coaches in there. So it's like she's starting fresh every month. So yeah, you guys are going to hear the same shit over and over again. But if I quit doing it, who's going to do it? Right? And who's going to take that initiative to teach new coaches? You guys are thinking, well, I've already heard this, so I'm not even going to comment. Okay, then I won't post it in here. I'll do it in a private page for my new coaches, and then I won't share that with you. So then your new coaches don't get that information that I've worked so hard to put together. That'd be a prick shot, right? You don't want to do that. This is a team environment. I want to help your new downline coaches. I want to help you. I want to do this stuff. But with that being said, you guys got to put in the work too. And the work includes the team page. The work includes the team. If you look at people and you see them all out on this trip together, coaches, 10 coaches having a blast, they're all like these great friends. That's what we want from this. I, pick my coaches on people that are like-minded, like me, people that I would want to spend time with, people that I picture traveling the world with, people that, I'm not rolling my eyes every time I have to talk to them. That's what I do. But if you guys aren't building that bond and building that relationship, then that's going to be a really awkward trip if you look at it that way. So build relationships with people, that's what this is all about, is making new friends. And, you guys are posting, yeah, I've made new friends. I can honestly say from this business, I've traveled to Portland to meet a brand new, somebody I didn't even know. I went and, hung out and worked at Stephanie Davies' house. I have, I do trainings and I interact with other leaders on a regular basis because I enjoy meeting new people. And when I go to Summit, I want to walk up and act like I know all of these people because I've built that relationship via social media. So I'm not walking to this event thinking, oh my gosh, like holding, Terry's hand or Jen's hand going, what are we going to do? Standing there looking like an idiot. Hell no. That's not the way it's going to be. So you need to start focusing more on that. Your goals are important. If you don't have goals, then you don't have a vision. And if you don't have a vision, then your business is lost. So you should already know in your head when the first of the month comes what you're planning on doing this month. So here is my thing for the month of July. I am in a month where I have anxiety like you would not believe. It stresses me out because I'm leaving for Summit and I don't want to spend my time at Summit hoping to hit Success Club, pushing and working when I could be enjoying myself. So I have my vision set out. I have my goals set out. But another thing is that I want to be able to leave on the 25th, 26th and not worry about you guys at the end of the month. I spent so much time at the end of last month pushing you guys to hit Success Club. And it was like I was there pumping you up, doing everything I can, letting you know I believe in you, offering my help, sending you messages. And I feel like I got zero in return from some of you. And that was just a breaking point for me. You know, I look at every one of you and I believe in every single one of you. That's why you're here. I know what you're capable of, and it's hard to see you sitting there and not realizing what's in front of you, not taking advantage of the training that we're putting together. You know, even the push group, you know, we put that together. I'm sitting here putting another training together with someone else. And this is honestly why there hasn't been a new What is Coaching. And I haven't even cared to even talk about it, because it's like, why? Like, why do it when there's zero appreciation for it? This stuff takes a lot of time to put together, you guys. Like, you know, you're running a challenge group and you're like, oh, well, I got to check in with my challenge group and I got to do this, I got to do that. Okay. So I have to check in with my challenge groups. I have to check in with my challengers. I have well over 100 challengers. I have to keep them motivated. I have to, you know, check in with my coaches, work on my team page, work on my blog, work on myself, focus on my family, make all these plans, book trips, do all this stuff that I want to do, but I'm not sitting there complaining about it. This is what I signed up for. This is what I love, and I felt myself losing the excitement in it all. When you don't have someone to share the excitement with you, you know, you lose sight in the business. And it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. So, which brings me to, so that's kind of it for goals. I know you guys get the gist of it. I don't want to ramble too much. I already have. Challenge groups. A lot of the training that I've been in the last little while from top coaches in the business have talked a lot about recruiting and challenge groups. The bottom line is your challenge groups have to be amazing. You have to make people fall in love with the products. If you're signing up 2 people last month and you're just thankful for the sales, and you know that's over $100 in your pocket, and you're okay with that, and you're not taking care of your challengers, you should not be coaching. You should not be coaching at all. If this is something that you're focusing on making a quick sale and income, and you're not actually coaching people and helping them get started right and really helping them with their fitness goals, please don't coach. You know, please don't do that. Send them to somebody that's going to take care of them, because if you're not taking care of them, then it's just, to me, that's just defeats the whole purpose of this business. And I'm not okay with it. And I'm not okay with my team being recognized like that. I can't recognize somebody who has Success Club if I know they're sitting there and they got Success Club with 2 people and they're never going to help them. I won't recognize you. I won't be a cheerleader for you, because to me that defeats everything that Fierce and Sassy is about. It is about helping people. With that being said, I get people fall off. I can tell you right now, I'm running a challenge group, my boot camp, and it sucks. And it sucks big time, for a few reasons. There's almost like 40 people in there. Not all of them are my challengers, and some of them aren't my coaches. As of today, I'm going to be announcing that tomorrow I'm literally washing that challenge group and opening a brand new one for tomorrow. And it will be for strictly for my challengers and people that I'm the PS coach. And it's going to be laid out that it's for people that want to be in it. It's going to be a small group. There will be no other coaches in it other than Christy and Lori, because you guys are new. So I'll give that opportunity. Any other coaches that are in there and have challengers in there, you guys and your challengers will be removed. I get it. You're probably sitting there thinking, oh, what did I do? I've had minimal amount of help. None of the coaches have reached out to me and asked what they can do, if they want to run it for a week, if they want to do whatever. And I understand everybody gets busy. The holidays, you know, tend to tie people up and stuff. But the way I'm looking at it is you guys have been in a challenge group, you know how they're run. And my expectation for you is that if you have challengers, then you need to take care of them. And whether I can remember when I first signed up, I only had, one person, and we just did a one-on-one. We didn't set up a group, obviously. I did like a one-on-one chat, and I was talking with them every single day, and we were pushing each other, doing mini challenges for each other and doing stuff like that. You guys need to find your own niche. You need to find your own groove, your own way to run challenge groups. And the longer I allow you to stay in mine, you start to pick up habits that I have. And personally, this last one that's running right now is shit. It's one of the worst ones that's run, and that's not my fault. It's some people are either in it or they're not. So I need to, like I say, I'm going to focus my attention, on my coaches that want it. I'm also going to focus on my challengers that are here and want to make a change. So my suggestion for you coaches that are in my challenge group is that you pair up with somebody else. So there's like Melissa, Jamie, Tabitha. If you guys want to connect on your own, I'm not going to set it up. I'm not going to do any of that. I know you guys all have challengers, and you guys should all be taking care of them. And I really hope that you find a way to do that. I don't care if the three of you need to come to, there's IC and Alive and Well. There's 2 new coaches that have been coaches for less than 2 weeks, and they're running a challenge group right now together, and they're kicking ass and have multiple people in it. And it's just, it's setting the jive for them. So that's going to be done today. I'm also going to be posting, I'll probably do it as like a pin post, so it's at the top. Right now the pin post is the July goals, but anyways, of the schedule. I'm going to run weekly Zooms. I'll give opportunities 1 day a week for personal phone calls. I won't be answering messages during the day unless it's a certain time, like a planned out time. So if you send me a message and I don't get back to you right away, you know that I'm busy working on my business. You guys need to remember that 80% of this is working on your own business and 20% is working on your coaches. I actually switch that, and I do 80% on my coaches and 20% on myself. This is why I'm sitting here in a position where I could be much further ahead. And hearing those words come from somebody, a couple people that I look up to, was kind of like a, like a gut check. Like, it's like, they're so right. It's one of those things, like, you expect respect and appreciation from your children, and from people you work with, if you're a boss or whatever that may look like. It's kind of one of those situations too. So if everybody can just understand that, I'm not trying to be mean or cruel, but we need to be focusing our attention on what we can do and what we can do to make it bigger. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of leave it there. I want you all to know that I'm super, super proud of you. Julie, you won the sweater for last month. I forgot to post about that. The Fierce and Sassy sweater for hitting Success Club, as you were the only one that hit Success Club last month. So I'm going to do that again this month. And whether you're interested or not, I hope to see everybody posting some goals and, keeping in touch in the team page. I know some of you have your own team pages. At this point in time, there's no other team page that anybody will have, that there's no reason it doesn't need to be utilized here at the time being, because this, in the moment, is the biggest team in the downline. So my biggest thing now, and I'll say it to my coaches and my coaches' coaches, if you have a team and your team isn't putting in the effort for you, stop hand-holding. Stop trying to get them to do stuff that they're not interested in doing. This is a business where you have to want it for yourself. Everybody that I've talked to or have been in training with lately has taken the opportunity that was put in front of them and they ran with it. And that's why they're sitting there as successful elite top coaches and are making 6 to 7 figures. And they didn't have somebody walking them through the business, because the truth is, if somebody's always walking you through the business and teaching you every little thing, and you're not going out on your own and venturing out on your own to learn and to try new things, then you're always going to be stuck in the same position that everybody else is. You need to make people, like people always say, well, there's so many coaches. You need to make yourself different from everybody else. And you need to stand out more than everybody else. And with effort and consistency, that is going to shine. You're not going to make posts that 15-star diamonds coaches are making, but you're going to start to earn the trust of people and your followers by being consistent every single day. Talking about the business, breadcrumbing. All of you guys are in the TKO little group for posts. I haven't seen one person utilize them because I check it every single day. And I'm always like comparing to see if you guys are taking advantage of that. Instead, I'm seeing a lot of the same pictures, or really, really good pictures with no content that is valuable. You need to really think about it. My post yesterday, my long post, it took me 3 hours to write. And I sat down at the computer and I wrote it. And I went in and out of tears, and I used every piece of emotion and everything that I had to pour myself into that. It took me 3 hours out of my day. I'm not suggesting take 3 hours for your content, but what I am suggesting is that you add value, talk from your heart, talk about what you truly feel, express yourself through your posts, talk about what you're excited about, talk about your goals out loud, talk about the fact that I remember one of the key things with Stephanie Davies was when she first started, her goal, and she made it public, was to retire her husband. And they went from food stamps to, having nothing. He was working, her husband was working around the clock, and that was her goal. And her journey became this baby steps to retiring her husband. So it was baby steps. So people were following like, oh my gosh, she's getting closer. She's getting closer. She's getting closer. That's what keeps people intrigued. Make your goals, set your goals, and be public about them. If you're not being public about your fitness goals, if you're not being public about, your financial goals, your business goals, and all that stuff, it's because you're afraid you're going to fail. And it's because you don't want to put in the work. That's the reality. Use it as extra accountability. That's why we have challenge groups. That's why we're coaches. We are accountable to our own health and fitness. And at the end of the day, guys, if you aren't doing PD and you aren't working on your own transformation, you're not going to make this work. At the end of the day, yes, invite, recognize. But at the end of the day, worst case scenario, work on yourself, whether it's physically with your workouts or whether it's mentally with your personal development. Personal growth is something that people want to see. People remember me as that sassy bitch from high school, and I talked to a girl about it the other day, and she said the most inspiring thing is watching you go from that crazy train in high school to a woman who has a dream. And I'm sharing every step of the way. You can't just take pictures of something and not have any content in it. Share your story in little breadcrumbs. Share the opportunity with every post. Bonnie Engel and Steph Davies are the best that I have ever seen at breadcrumbing. I have never seen either one. I mean, Bonnie does through her fitness page. She does sponsor posts for like applications and stuff, but they breadcrumb like crazy. And, they're sharing the business in almost every post they have. So that's my long ass, basically like conversation. Like this could have been a whole Zoom. I'm really curious at how long it was. I don't know. But anyways, so that's kind of where I'm at. Would love to see some comments on it. I'm hoping that you guys took notes from start to finish and can reply to some of this instead of only remembering certain aspects of it. So I'm just really glad. I know some of your goals are really, really huge. Post your goals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you all an email. Personally, once your goals are posted in here, I'm going to send you a personal email with what I think it is that you need to do. and you can respond to me with what your schedule looks like, and then we can fit in how you can make that goal happen in the next, 28 days or whatever it is. So yeah, so I'm really excited for everybody. I am out. I'm going to sit here and get my power hour done and go through and message like crazy. It's the end of a long weekend. You know, the evening's a really good time. People are home and relaxed and they're Facebook scrolling, looking at everybody's pictures. And Monday is also a great day because everybody's back to work, and after a long weekend, they hate Mondays. So keep that in mind. And let's go over some stuff from this video and let me know what you guys think. And I can't wait to see what Gerard comes.